Okay, we have already discussed something about solubility. So solubility can be increased by many ways. That is one way to formation of complex ion, we have said. And you can basically have, if the acid substances are present after the solution, you can add base. If the basic substances are present after the solubility, then you can add acid. So you can basically increase the solubility by putting in the solution some acid arresting agent or some base arresting agent. Now in this case, we have a question in which base can be arrested by NH4 plus, addition of NH4 plus. So if you see, let us say the question says the solubility of MgOH whole twice increased by. So now MgOH whole twice is basically a solid. So this is solid. Its solubility can be increased by adding NH4 plus. So its solubility can be increased. So solubility can be increased by, so let us say solubility. So solubility can be increased. This sign shows increased by adding. So these things are basically so if you are coming to the lectures, you must be familiar what is the meaning of this kind of arrow, down arrow, this kind of arrow, this kind of arrow. So you can understand. So solubility of MgOH whole twice can be increased by adding OH minus, not OH minus, by adding NH4 plus. Can anybody tell me why this is so? I am asking a very simple question. Adding NH4 plus will basically increase the solubility of MgOH whole twice. Can anybody tell me what should be the reason? You know the reason. There is no chemistry involved here. Yeah, that's right. You see, in this case, what is happening? You have MgOH whole twice, and this will basically solid. This will dissociate, and it will give you Mg2 plus 2OH minus. So this is aqueous, this is aqueous. Now this OH minus can further react with NH4 plus. So OH minus, if it reacts with NH4 plus, it will form NH4OH. And that's why its solubility can be increased. You see the Le Chatelier principle. If you remove this one, this equilibrium will come this side. Are you getting or not? And that's why solubility gets increased, because NH4 plus arrests the OH minus ion. So you can say NH4 plus arrests the OH minus ion. And that's why solubility basically increases. Are you getting? Now the question says calculate the Kc for this reaction. So we have to calculate Kc for this reaction. MgOH whole twice plus 2NH4 plus, and this gives you 2NH3 plus 2H2O plus Mg2 plus. Are you getting or not? So we have to calculate what is the Kc for this reaction. So I can take the help of the above reaction. So let me wait for some time so that you can find the Kc for this reaction. And Ksp for, so two things is given. So Ksp for the given. So Ksp for MgOH whole twice is given to you. So let me write Ksp for MgOH whole twice is given to you. This value is 6 into 10 to the power minus 12. And Kb for NH3 is given. So Kb for NH3 is given to you. This is 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5. So you have to calculate Kc for this reaction. Okay, let us try how we will do this one. So I require one reaction MgOH whole twice. So I require this or this. So let us write Ksp for this reaction. You will have MgOH whole twice. This will dissociate and this will give you Mg2 plus 2OH minus. So this is one thing. I require Mg2 plus this side. Now let us say I require NH4 this side, so I can write, so this reaction will have KSP. Now let us say reaction for NH3 with H2 as a base. So NH3 will act as a base, it will react with H2O and it will form NH4 plus OH minus. Now you see this is a basicity but in the reverse direction. So if you have written NH3 plus H2O, this will give you NH4 plus H2 OH minus, that is Kb. This reaction is nothing but 1 by Kb. Are you able to get or not this one? So let me say you, if you have, now this reaction is nothing but reverse of this reaction. Just write in supplement, or even you don't write this line, which I am going to write. NH3, this react with H2O and this forms NH4 plus OH minus. For this reaction you will have equilibrium constant as Kb. Now if you see this reaction, this is the reverse of the, so the top reaction is reverse of the bottom reaction. Are you getting or not? So this is NH3, I am writing this side plus H2O, so this is reverse, and that's why equilibrium constant for this reaction is 1 by Kb. Now you see, I require 2H2O, 2NH3. So this means I have to multiply this equation by 2. So let us multiply this equation by 2. And if you remember, if I multiply equation by 2, equilibrium constant basically gets squared up. So I will have Kb to the power 2. Are you getting? Now I also require, there is no OH minus, that is shown this side. So let us add this to equation. I think we will get the result. Now 2H minus goes. So whatever we have, so we will have MgOH whole twice. This is basically solid. Magnesium hydroxide is solid. Other hydroxide basically dissolves in water. Only magnesium hydroxide is solid. This is very important point. Hydroxide of second A group's element are basically soluble in water, but magnesium hydroxide is not soluble. Even first A groups are soluble. Because of the magnesium forms some covalent character, that's why MgOH whole twice is not soluble in water. So if I have this side, we will have 2NH4 plus, and this side we will have Mg2 plus 2NH3 plus 2H2O. Now you see the same thing I want. This side I want 2NH3, 2H2O, Mg2 plus 2NH3, 2H2, Mg2 plus. Now this side also the same thing. And equilibrium constant will basically gets multiplied. So this equilibrium constant for this reaction will be, so Kc will be Ksp by Kb square. Are you getting? And the value of Ksp is given to you 6 into 10 to the power minus 12. And Kb is given to you, so 1.8 a square. So let me write 1.8 to the power 2 and 10 to the power minus 5 to 2, 10 to the power minus 10. So for this reaction I will have Kc is equals to, I think you are able to see this one. So this becomes Kc is equals to 6 by 1.8 whole square. So 6, so let us write 6.0, basically 6 by 1.8 whole square. If you remember 1.8 whole square is 3.24, let me write 1.8 whole square. 10 to the power minus 2. Now I can use my calculator. So let me see where I have kept my calculator. Yeah, it's here. So let us solve this. So 6 by 1.8 whole square. So let us keep copying this one. So 6 divided by 1.8 whole square. So let me do this one. 6 divided by 1.8 into 1.8. Are you getting? So this comes out to be 1.85. I think you are not able to see this one. So this comes out to be 1.85. Now you are able to see. So this means I have to change the orientation. So I have to keep something like this. Let me see, check here. Yeah, if I keep it here you can see. So 1.85. So this is 1.85 into 10 to the power minus 2. So equilibrium constant for this reaction is 1.85 into 10 to the power minus 2. Now this question also has the B part. B part says find the solubility of MgOH whole twice. So we have to find the solubility of MgOH whole twice. So what is the solubility? And now in a solution of 0.5 m NH4Cl, so 0.5 m NH4Cl, before addition of, so initially concentration of NH4 plus is 0.5 m, before addition of NH4, before addition of MgOH whole twice. So what this question says, I have a beaker and this beaker contains a solution, and this solution was initially 0.5 m in NH4 plus. So initially concentration of NH4 plus was 0.5 m, and now I am adding MgOH whole twice in the same solution. And then question asks, what will the concentration of what will the solubility of MgOH whole twice? So how much MgOH whole twice will dissolve? You see, if I can basically NH4 plus will increase the solubility, because as soon as this will come into the solution, OH minus will dissolve, but OH minus will react with NH4 plus. So solubility of MgOH whole twice will increase in this case in the comparison to the neutral water. So if you put in the same MgOH whole twice in neutral water, in that case very less amount of MgOH whole twice will dissolve. But now as soon as this MgOH whole twice is dissolved in the solution that contains NH4 plus initially 0.5 m, what will happen? Some of the NH4 plus will get dissolved into the solution. Some of the MgOH whole twice will get dissolved into the solution, and OH minus that will react with NH4 plus. So now what we will do is, we will use the first part of the question. So you see that we have first part of the question, we have Kc value, MgOH whole twice plus 2NH4 plus Mg2 plus 2NH3, I think you are able to see, plus 2NH3 plus 2H2. And equilibrium constant for this reaction we have just calculated. And let me ask, what is this equilibrium constant? This is 1.85 into 10 to the power minus 2. So let us use this equilibrium constant value. So 1.85 into 10 to the power minus 2. Are you getting? Now this is the solid. Initially this is 0.5 m. This is 0, this is 0. Now let us set the reaction table. So I can say, let us say this dissolves X or whatever you want. You can take X or you can take S. So let us say this dissolves X. So this will be 0.5 minus 2X. This will be X and this will be 2X. I have to solve for X. So I can set equation 2X raised to the power 2 into X into 0.5 minus 2X raised to the power 2. This should be 1.85 into 10 to the power minus 2. So let us copy this one first. So now this equation is basically a cubic equation. So you have x square into xx cube. So this will be something like this. So 4x cube. So upper you will have 4x cube. This divided by 0.5 minus 2x raised to the power 2. This is equals to 1.85 into 10 to the power minus 2. Now this is a cubic equation. And solving this equation is slightly difficult task. We cannot solve the cubic equation easily. If I make an approximation, so let us make an approximation. And basically that approximation we will further check whether it's true or not. What is approximation? That is 0.5 minus 2x is approximately equals to 0.5. If I do this, so I will have 4x cube divided by 0.5 raised to the power 2. This is equals to 1.85 into 10 to the power minus 2. And so x cube will be 0.5 raised to the power 2 into 1.85 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 4. Are you getting? Let me calculate this value. So what this value comes out to be. So I think we have copied this one. Now calculate this value. So this comes out to be, I have to use this side. So 0.5 raised to the power 2. So 0.5 into 0.5. So 0.5 raised to the power 2 into 1.85. This divided by 4. This comes out to be 0.115. Let us say multiplied by 10 to the power minus 2. 10 raised to the power minus 2. And then I have to take cubic root of this. So this is this power. All I have cubic root. Answer. So this comes out to be 0.1049. So x from here, this is comes out to be 0.1049. Now one important point we have in this question, if x is 0.1049, so let us say 0.1, so 2x will be 0.2. In that case, can I neglect 0.5 minus 2x? Can I write 0.5 minus 2x is equals to 0.5? Is my assumption valid? So in this case, basically assumption is not valid. So what is the error? If we are writing 0.1, so 0.2 minus 0.5 minus 0.2, that is 0.3, and I am writing 0.5. That is not, assumption is not valid at all. You can understand. So in this case, assumption is not valid. Assumption is not valid. If you want, you can find what is the error. So 0.1 into 2, so 0.2 is the error. This divided by 0.5 minus 2x, that is the actual value, and 0.5 minus 2x is 0.5 minus 0.2, so this is 0.2 by 0.3. So this is very great error, that is a 66% error. So I have around 0.66, if I convert it to percentage, 66% error. So this is a large error, that's why assumption is not valid. So basically we require an exact solution for this cubic equation. And exact solution for this cubic equation will give x is equals to 0.081. So this value comes out to be after the solving. Now solution of this cubic equation is not in our scope. So you assume, you just verify whether this solution satisfy the given equation or not. So let us say I give you this solution. You plug this value into this equation here and check this comes out to be equals to this or not. So this means whether this solution satisfy the given equation or not. So let us say somehow I got this value, and this is the completely mathematics, how to solve this equation for x. This is a part of mathematics. I don't know how to solve, and basically this is not in our course. If you want, you can learn yourself how to solve this cubic equation. There is also a iteration method, that is also we don't have to understand, we don't have to learn. So simply know, if I give you this solution, whether you have to check whether this solution satisfy or not. So you see, in this question what we have learned, in this question we have said NH4 plus can basically increase the solubility of MgOH whole twice. MgOH whole twice, that gives OH minus, and OH minus can basically react with NH4 plus, and that's why solubility will basically increase. Are you getting? If you've understood, then we can go for the next problem. Okay, let us discuss the next problem.